Hello and welcome to GameSwap. This is the October 2020 video that I'm doing to advertise and show off what we've got at GameSwap here. We got some TurboGrafx stuff. Well, actually, that's already sold by now. In fact, a lot of the stuff in this video is probably already sold by now, but this is a good example of what you never know is going to show up at our store. But yeah, there's the power base converter too for the Sega Genesis. Allows you to play Master System cards and cartridges on the Sega Genesis. But here's Sports TV Hockey. Here's a Vigilante. There's the Turbo Tap and the TurboPad in box. The TurboGrafx 16 system in box. They all sold to the same guy right away. It was somebody who was serious about collecting. Here's some Amiibos and Disney Infinity and Skylanders. We've got lots of Toys of Life things. The Amiibos go really fast. Those are still hot. The other stuff, not so much. I still think Disney Infinity has some cool like collectability to it. Skylanders, there's just way too many of them, but still there's some serious hardcore collectors out there for that, and we're here to serve at GameSwap here in Kettering, Ohio. So there's a picture of me wearing an Animal Crossing shirt as I'm taking a picture of some kind of rare turtles here, mixed in all together, some old original 90s turtles. And then we got some He-Man over here too. We got Jitsu, and we got the two horses, the battering ram one, the shark vehicle. Yeah, so got some cool stuff there. And then on the other side, we've got some G.I. Joe stuff. We got Puppet Master stuff. We got Power Rangers. We got Beast Wars, Transformers, more Power Rangers. I think that's a sword from, what is it? Stargate? Yeah, so there you go. A lot of this stuff is probably already gone, but there's that. This is awesome. Serious collector and a friend of mine, he came in to sell this. This is nearly perfect condition original Hordak with his comic and all of his parts and the cape. My Hordak is not in this good of shape, and the cape is kind of fallen off. This one is perfect. Here's some Game Boys. They're upside down here. No Game Boy Color in there. There is now, but in this picture there isn't. And then in the next picture we've got DS Lite, 3DS, and a PSP. PSP has been hard to get a hold of. People mod those, and you know, during this whole flu year we've been having, there's been a lot of people staying at home and a lot of people playing games and going back to older games and just having a ball, modifying systems, and you know, doing cool things with older portables and even you know, the classic systems and stuff. So yeah, it's already gone, hate to say. Here's Blondie and Dagwood. They are for sale. Kind of hard to spot in the store, but if you find them, you can buy them if you would like. We really didn't know what the price meant. I think we got a really good price on them. The prices don't usually go by these videos because some of these pictures could be old. This is more recent, but you know, I try to keep up with this. Here's Mega Man 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Mega Man X2 on Super Nintendo. So I mean, that's crazy. This guy was a Mega Man fanatic, and he came in and sold all of his stuff. I believe most of them are gone, but there's still some of them that are here. Here is the Infinity Gauntlet. Lady who was selling these to us, she I don't think she knew how to say gauntlet, but there's Infinity War and Infinity Gauntlet issues. original ones, Marvel Comics. This is fun stuff. I like this. Here's our Shrek section. We got Hassel at the Castle, Super Slam. We got Wreaking Havoc, Swamp Kart Speedway, Beg for Mercy, Shrek 2, and Shrek 2. So, yeah, we got a Shrek and, well, you know, Star Wars 2 up here, but section of Game Boy Advance games. Here's some crazy stuff that I saw. This is Nicolas Cage with Hayden Christensen, Outcast. I don't know anything about that, but I want to check that out. And then we got some Rick James and some other, like, crazy funkadelic DVDs and stuff in. So you should check out our music section, because that's where we put all our live concerts and music video collections and, you know, music documentaries and stuff like that. We have that back there, along with collectibles and posters and t-shirts. And so it's not just music that's back there. I mean, we have vinyl tapes and even 8-tracks and CDs, but we also have some, you know, toys and collectibles and stuff. This was a great collection of really cool stuff, some of which is already sold, but some of it's still here, for 3DS, DS, and Switch. So, yeah, we're picking up on getting that kind of stuff. Nintendo 64 and GameCube stuff has been really hard to get a hold of, but here we go. We got some good, like, top tier games. And then this game right here, which we'll go into more, I talked about it in my Nintendo Power video that I just did. Here was a closeout of a place. This girl rolled in these U-Haul boxes filled with a bunch of DVDs, so that took me all night. But here's that UFO again. This is a late game in the Nintendo 64's lifespan. It is not $8,888, no. But that is our code for putting it online, although I do believe we ended up selling it in the store. It is a legit copy, I checked, and I also checked it running, Super Bowling, and it actually seemed like a pretty fun game. It's from UFO, which is not it's a publisher that's known for, like, publishing kind of bad games. But actually, I can't remember who the developer was of this, because I looked into this. Why is this worth so much? You know, it came out late in the Nintendo 64's lifespan. That's why it was kind of expensive. And then it's just funny. I love this picture of the PlayStation 4, which has nothing to do with PlayStation 4. But this was Mommy's. It was a closeout somewhere in Pennsylvania. And somebody had bought up a lot of their stuff and brought it to us. And so we benefit from from, you know, people closing out and buying out and stuff like that. The inserts that they had in some of their games in some of their jewel cases of some of these items that were brought in here, they were hilarious. They were talking about doing pre-orders and repairs and all this other stuff. Not to knock on Mommy, I'm not saying that, but she also does jewelry and perfumes. And anyways, here's both of the. There was actually 3 of them in Japan, and one was an arcade port, because there was the Triforce hardware, which was GameCube arcade hardware. But that's the 3rd game, and that did not come out to America. But these bongos were the 2 that came out in America. There was Donkey Konga and Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. So there you go. We had those. Here's some good boxed games. Most of these are complete. If they're not, I usually note on here, like this one, for instance. This is a game that uses the Super NES mouse. There was a couple of games that did. From Jellicoe, it's King Arthur's World. But this one didn't have instructions, unfortunately. But yeah, there were some really cool boxed games that we've gotten recently on all types of systems. And then here's the NES. I mean, there's some original NES games in box, complete. This is a cool t-shirt we get. We get t-shirts all the time. We put them out for usually pretty cheap, if they're recent ones. of course, like live tour of actual bands and stuff that were tour t-shirts and stuff. Those are going to be more. Older t-shirts, classic, original t-shirts, those are going to be more. But most of them we put out for pretty cheap. That's one of them. Our owner brought us a bunch of 64 games. And, of course, most of them were sports and, common stuff. But there was some good stuff mixed in there, too, man. So come check us out. We haven't had a good Nintendo 64 collection in a while. And now our coffers are full. And we've got some backstock too. I try to represent each and every game out there, and I organize the games by, like there's war games, puzzle games, Nintendo's published games, Nintendo sports games. There's, arcade style games. There's sports games. There's, like alternative sport games. There's motorsports. There's first-person shooters. There's fighting games. There's wrestling games. We got a pretty good selection, which is more than what I can say about in recent months. So this is the coming out pack here for Steven Seagal. We got Out for Justice, Out of Reach, and Out for a Kill. So Steven Seagal's trying to sell us something here. Speaking of Outsider, there's 3 different titles, three different movies with the name The Outsider. These are 3 completely different movies, and they were all brought to us at the same time. 2 of them look like they're westerns or whatever, but yeah, wow. Weird Al. He is already sold, I'm sorry to say. But this is a NECA figure, and he had interchangeable heads. And if you are a Weird Al fan and a UHF fan, you can take the Weird Al head and put it on the the NES Rambo body if you wanted to, and reenact your favorite UHF scenes. Here's some Ronin Warriors. Not very complete, but we have the 2 versions of Psy. Of the Torrent, we have the kind of like the aqua blue, and then we have the kind of like aqua greenish blue, variants. So Ronin Warriors were sold sometimes in boxes and sometimes in like blister packs, and this is also the red Talpa. My Talpa is all black. So I mean, we got some variants here. If you're a Ronin Warriors collector fan. So, Jaguar. What? Jaguar CD? Nobody had a Jaguar, let alone a Jaguar CD, but we do. I do believe that these have all sold, but we get these in every once in a while, and you need to be on top of it. And I'm showing you in these videos what you need to be on top of. Come into GameSwap often. You never know what you're going to find in there. Here's a fight pad for the PlayStation 4. I imagine you use it on a PC as well because it is corded. It is kind of expensive, but usually these go for more because people want that Super Nintendo S or Sega Saturn feel to their controller, and this I think this was made by either Hori or Asai. It's a good one. And oh wow, we got a Wave Bird. Actually, we had a couple of Wave Birds. We may still have one of those left, so come into the store if you need a Wave Bird. This guy sold us a bunch of loose statues, so we priced them pretty well, and most of them have already sold. We had some Persona figures, we had some Amiibos, Gears of War, Dragon Ball Super, Yoko Littner. I think she's gone. With the grenade hanging off the bra there. But we had this Lancer guy. He's gone. I do believe we still have Iron Man from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, so that's pretty cool. You guys should come in and check these out. We also got a huge selection of classic game magazines, not just like Game Informer and stuff that got for free from GameStop or whatever. No, we've got some classic EGMs, Mega Plays. I mean, look at that cover for Golden Axe 2. That is sweet. And then we got Game Pro, and we've got Tips and Tricks. We got a bunch of them. We've got ones that are specific to PlayStation, Xbox, Sega, and of course Nintendo. We got a huge Nintendo Power collection. I myself collect Nintendo Power magazines, so I praise these. And you know, a lot of these have their original centerfolds and posters in them, and most of their inserts. Some of them have, you know, varying prices depending on their condition and stuff. I have separated the top 2 rows here are the older issues, and then the bottom row here is these future publishing ones, and then on the last of the bottom row there's strategy guides and players guides here, and then underneath that there's soundtracks and mangas and comics and other guides for Nintendo stuff and other companies as well. So check those out. Also in the Nintendo aisle, we've got a Lego set. Now, you'll see the shadow around Mario himself. He's sold separately, but this is an expansion set. So check that out. This, I believe, is already gone, but this was in excellent shape. An NES, Game Boy Advance SP, sexy. Also, Street Fighter Ultra figures. Man, what? And then we got some older G.I. Joe Street Fighter figures. And we got a lot of other video game figures in the video game aisle and manga aisle. So you guys need to come in before this stuff is gone, because we get it in fast, but we also sell it fast. So there's a Power Man 5000. I found out a friend of mine, she likes this, but we already sold it. Sorry. Our owner brought us some more goodies. He's been clearing out some of his storage units, and look at this stuff. It's crazy goodie stuff, right? The Game Boy section we've got a beefy selection of Game Boy transitional games, Game Boy Color games, Game Boy Advance games. I mean, we got it. I mean, the stuff sells really quick though, so don't think that you're going to walk out with every Fire Emblem and every Golden Sun and all the Mario games or Pokemon games, but we do get those in, and I replace batteries for them, and I do repairs on them, make sure that they're working clean. Especially games that are expensive, we have to test those and make sure that those are working for you. So, and then this is just a box of just random stuff that he brought us, but yes, we have boxed games, we have Power Glove in the waiting to come out and grab you. So if you want to relive your wizard days, go ahead and do that. We're also into horror. Here's music, video games, movies, all kinds of stuff at GameSwap. This is a Slayer. He's glow in the dark, by the way. It's a reaction figure. It should be more expensive than that, but there's a little bit of damage on the back of the card, so I priced it appropriately. And this is a NECA mask. I mean, this is like a movie prop mask. It is awesome. So, and then also we got He-Man. This is the entire collection. This is a thin pack. They released them in separate series. Then they released a whole collection that was in the Castle Grayskull series, like what I've got. And then they also have this. It's a pretty good price for the entire original series in a thin pack case. So come in. We've got it all. If you love 80s stuff, 90s stuff, 2000 stuff, even older, even newer, we've got all kinds of cool toys, gadgets, video games. You need to come into GameSwap, even just to look around. We have VHS, we have Laserdisc, we have DVD, we have everything. I mean, Blu-ray. I'm not trying to make it out to be like we're the best thing ever, but we kind of are close to that. So come check us out for the holidays. Right now, Halloween is going on. Come check us out for Halloween. Really, it's a good time to get your holiday movies now during Halloween, and probably 2 months ago was a good idea to get your your Halloween movies now, or then, in order to enjoy them now. But we still get those trickled in, and it's a good horror outlet. We have posters. We have stuff that's just for you know, spectators, but not for sale, unfortunately. But, you know, it's still cool to come in and see all the nostalgia that we've got in there. I'm already talking way too much about that, but come into GameSwap, meet us, greet us, have fun, sell us your good stuff, and we'll sell you some good stuff. Thanks for watching, and come into GameSwap, Kettering, Ohio.